do a special rock sculpture inspired by a big piece of art called 7 Magic Mountains in the desert of Las Vegas, created by artist Ugo Rondinone. And in that sculpture, there are huge pillars of colorful rocks that you can walk through, and it's kind of like an installation because there's a lot of space for you to really sort of feel like you're a part of the art. So we're going to make a mini version of that today, and what you'll need to create that artwork is a collection of rocks, hopefully some that are kind of stackable, so making them a more having more size variety, like larger at the bottom, getting a little bit smaller at the top, some sort of paint that you can use to cover your rocks, and then probably a little bit of glue or something to stick them together unless you want them to be able to move around and not be always stuck. So of course we're going to start with our mantra today so we can be super strong and ready for art. So do it together with me. Here we go. My mantra: I am positive, I am creative, I am mindful, I am amazing, I am an artist. Okay, artists, go collect your tools, and then we're gonna get started putting together our tiny rock sculpture inspired by 7 Magic Mountains. So take a look at the sculpture 7 Magic Mountains. You'll see huge stacked boulders that are colored in bright, fluorescent, interesting, beautiful colors. Now, as you walk through that installation, picture how tall those rocks would feel around you, and we're going to make our own very small version. So when you observe those beautiful installations and that beautiful artwork, really think about what kinds of colors you might choose to make your artwork kind of connect with you. Now, I'm going to be using interior house paint because that's what I have. I have a lot of bright colors of it, but of course you can just use tempera paint or acrylic, or even just color on it with a crayon and use your rocks and just make your own version depending on the tools you have available to you. So the first step is quite simple. All you're going to do is to paint each rock one color. Remember, you're looking for rocks that are going to be able to stack on top of each other so you can make some sort of pillar and really make them tall from bottom being the biggest all the way to the top. So I'm really just gonna get to work and paint my rocks. Another special tip is that when you paint, you can paint one side first and then set it down to let that side dry, and then come back to the other side to paint the second side or the back side of your rock. So you're not painting the entire thing at one time and sticking it down and then having it stick to the paper or the surface that you're using to let it dry. So that might be a special helpful hint. So I'm gonna get to work and paint all of my rocks one color for each rock. Okay friends, my rocks are still a little bit wet, but I just couldn't wait. So the last thing you need to do is now just to stack. And I know I said that you could use glue at the beginning, but honestly, I would probably just have them free form so that you can use them in any way and properly stack them multiple times to really practice your balance. So I would even just try maybe like one stack and see if you can get all your rocks on one stack. I'm gonna leave this little orange guy to the side because he's a little bit wet still, but you kind of need to follow the motion of the rocks and see if you can make them stack on top of each other and then start to flatten out. So I'm gonna do like a pink. Let's see if I can get this red one in there squeezed in. Oh my gosh, it's getting a little topsy-turvy. Okay, let's put that blue one on at the end. Woo! Okay, so fun, but it's my own little tiny rock stack that I can put in my room or out in a garden or somewhere that can just bring joy and positivity, inspired by that special sculpture of 7 Magic Mountains. So this is a great way for you to practice your balancing and practice kind of putting some colors together to make a piece of art. Ooh, this one's so wide I could probably do a few. Check it out. Woo! So fun. So I hope you enjoyed creating this special little stacked piece of art. These colorful little rocks would be perfect out in a garden or on a desktop, and you can always just take a little moment, be kind of mindful, and stack them back up. Maybe you can turn it into a game and make a bunch of them and then race with a buddy to see who can stack faster before it falls over. There are lots of options, and it's a really awesome way to practice your mindfulness. So speaking of mindfulness, we are going to end with a meditation at the end of our art lesson today. So I'm going to encourage you to pick your most favorite colored rock, and I love this little pink one because it kind of looks like bubble gum, and I'm going to hold it nice and close to my chest and one hand on my belly, and I'm going to take let's do 3 quiet deep breaths with eyes closed so that we can really practice our breath, refocusing us for the rest of the day. So sitting up straight and strong, and 3 quiet closed eyes deep breaths. Here we go. All right, that's it. I hope you feel refreshed and ready for the rest of your day. Remember, you are amazing, you are strong, you are resilient, and I love you. We'll see you next time.